Heading out to downtown Missoula to deliver this to Rick Miller.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, love it.
We've been really lucky to be able to film some of the 3-year predation study going on in the Bitterroot Valley, showing how predators are affecting our elk herds.
Look, little gal.
We've just spotted a bull elk. It's not about getting a trophy. Look at that rainbow.
Oh, you're a big boy. I mean, look at this cool set.
It's not about the kill. It's about the journey. Look at that. The challenges. The adventure.
Humpback.
Hunting's about a connection to the past, but living in the moment.
Look at this fish.
Monster. And preserving our traditions. Like hunting, my skull art connects me to nature. And behind every skull lies a story I'm bound to discover. I'm skullbound. There's something intoxicating about elk. When you breathe in that smell of elk musk into your nostrils, it seems to permeate into your blood. A few years ago, I moved to Montana from the beautiful state of Wisconsin, and after that first day of climbing through the lodge poles with my bow in hand, I could see why hunters become so entranced with elk. You see those flashes of blonde hide through the trees and pass by limbs that are just raked to the core. So many times I've looked over at Jim and I've whispered, they were just here. I have many friends who live, eat, and breathe elk season. It's not about getting the bull down on the ground. It's all about the journey that bull led you on. To be able to look that bull in the eyes after spending hundreds of days and thousands of miles pursuing the dream of wrapping their hands around those bases. When Rick Miller from Butte, Montana told me I had free rein to paint whatever I wanted on his buffalo skull, I knew it had to have elk.
I'm just signing the bottom of the skull here. I don't always title the skulls, but I thought this just reminded me of a moonlight crossing. So that's what I titled it, wrote it on the bottom, and I will be heading out to downtown Missoula to deliver this to Rick Miller, customer of mine. He's driving all the way down here from Butte to pick it up, and I sure hope he likes it.
Everything. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Good to see you.
Finally good to see you.
I know.
Except on TV, you know.
In person, so much better.
Oh, yeah.
How have you been?
Oh, great.
How was the pass coming over?
It was a little slushy.
Okay, not icy or
No.
slick. How long did it take you?
2 hours.
Committed customer, I tell you. 2 hours, 4 hours total, just to get your skull. I have it right here. Moonlight crossing.
God.
I thought that back, you know how their moonlight is so cool with the bull and their breath coming out.
Oh, Jana, that
Breath
is...
coming out right here and the moon kind of hidden the mountains. Give it
That
something
is-
really original.
That is beautiful.
Oh, good.
My God.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, love it. Oh, you do such nice work.
Oh,
man.
I'm glad you like it.
Many of the western states are very concerned about their elk populations. The elk calf survival rates, especially in our area here in Montana, are at an all-time low. And we at Skullbound TV have been really fortunate to be able to film a 3-year elk study that's going on in essentially our very backyard in the Bitterroot Valley of Montana. Jim and I are both volunteers for Montana's Fish, Wildlife, and Parks and have got to tag along, if you will, on certain phases of the study. The first phase that we filmed was a process where they collar and take scientific data off the cow elk. There are the helicopters with the Fish, Wildlife, and Parks Department, and then there's a helicopter crew this is all they do is net gun animals for different research projects, and they're a team out of New Zealand, and these pilots are absolutely incredible. It's so neat to be up close and personal with big game in this manner and to be able to just, sit back and watch these amazing biologists go to work. On one of the days we were filming the cow capturing, they ran into a pack of wolves in a nearby canyon, and cameraman Jimmy was lucky enough to hop in the helicopter and watch the entire process go down of gathering scientific data from that wolf and getting a collar on him to learn more about that pack.
It's a little quieter now.
The wolf topic is such a heated debate, of course, in many states, especially with the reintroduction of them. And the scientific data that they can collect off the wolves is very valuable. They check the weight of the wolf, the sex of the wolf. They determine its health. They take blood samples. They collar that wolf to track them and see how far they go. They have found out that wolves can travel hundreds and hundreds of miles.
Let me check his temp again. Can someone check his temp for me?
And when do they stay with their pack? When do they leave? It's all incredible information that helps the Fish, Wildlife, and Parks determine how many of them there are, because that's tough to determine, as well as what effects they're having on our elk herds, our deer herds, moose population. It's all scientific data that plays a big role in the entire picture of what's going on out there in the real outdoors.
Just stuck it in the lens. Gonna get some video letting it go, or you got video on that one?
Nice job. That was a good one. That was a nice one to have a collar on.
Another really exciting part of the study is the capturing of the calves. I mean, nothing is cuter than a calf elk, and to be able to, be just a foot away from them and watch the biologists gather the data that they need and release them, back to their mothers. It was a true blessing to be a part of it.
We're going to remove this blindfold and we're just going to get out of here. She may decide to just lay here, or she'll be up and rejoin the group shortly. Look, little gal.
This amazing study is partially funded by hunters, and non-hunters may not understand that we hunters care so much about our herds and our habitat and our hunting heritage. And Safari Club International, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, as well as other private donors have helped fund this study, and all the scientific data only helps us better our herds. I've been blessed to be hunting out west now for a few years, and You know, I've been very lucky to get up on some beautiful antelope, bear, muleys, whitetails, but I have yet to get my hands around the bases of a beautiful bull elk, and it certainly isn't for lack of trying. You know, I've been hunting very hard public land in Montana with cameraman Jimmy for 3 years, driving all across the state using our hunting GPS map software, finding awesome public land, you know, using Google Earth to study the terrain and see where these elk might be hanging out. We've done tons of scouting and we've had some fabulous encounters, but with bow or rifle, I just haven't been able to, you know, get the job done. And yet, to me, it's all about the journey. Elk has become a mystery to me and elusive the more I chase them.
We've got a nice bull spotted the next ridge down. We're going to try to make our way down, hopefully through a line of willows. There are cows, moo cows, all over this ridge. We just don't want to bump them down there, but there's a nice bull and we're going to go after him.
And it's not just been Montana. I mean, I've gone with outfitters in New Mexico and this last year in the state of Oregon and had tremendous hunts. Great opportunities at big bulls and, you know, staring down one at 35 yards without a shot. And it just hasn't all come together for me until this year.
We're gonna head out again tonight and try another good canyon, public land, Montana hunting. There's a lot of great land right, you know, within an hour radius of our house. So I just gotta switch out my Camelback here, grab the 300, and we're gonna hit the trail.
Well, it's Halloween, and that's always been sort of for a lot of hunters, it's always been a pivotal day, sort of. In a lot of states, it sort of kicks the rut on, or you think, okay, anytime after Halloween, it's gonna get good. Not that any day out in the woods isn't good, but we're gonna walk in on this old logging road and see what we can see. We've hiked in a couple miles from the truck, and we're up on this logging road that right around this corner there's an awesome sort of saddle, and we're gonna peek in there. It's a spot Jimmy has seen lots of whitetail before. There's also a herd of elk that has been in this area because we found fresh droppings, a couple of beds that didn't look that old. So hopefully we can see something around this bend. We took our packs off and we're glassing around a bit, and I look up at what was at least a mile away, 3 canyons over, and I whispered, "I've got an elk, and it's blonde." We've just spotted a bull elk. He's 3 ridges over. We just saw his big blonde body work through the timber, and we were losing daylight, but we're gonna try to get up, at least get a better look on him, and you never know, we gotta make a play for it. We got up to the ridge we thought that bull would be on. You know, it took us over an hour to walk the logging switchbacks to get to that area. We took off our boots because it was dead calm, absolutely dead quiet. And we wanted to be able to tiptoe out to this point, and we thought that bull ought to be within 100 or 200 yards right on this ridge. But sure enough, we got up to that point and it was just way too thick to see anything. So we rounded the switchback, went down another few hundred yards to look back onto the ridge, and again, it was simply too thick. At this point in time, our boots are 300-400 yards back on the logging road. As we are doing the logging road shuffle in our socks, by this point we're 1.5 miles away from our boots. We creep out onto this logging road point, look over, and there he is. He's still there, feeding in the exact same spot. This is not going to be easy. This bull, the closest we could get to this bull was 510 yards. There was no closer way. It was so quiet out that that bull heard me set my backpack down. Jim was glassing him. I set my backpack down, whoop. He looks right over. It was dead calm. It was a good thing that we took our boots off. I got down in the prone position. I felt solid like a rock, and the rest is history. If you've never been to a Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation big game banquet, then you don't know what you're missing. I can tell you from my own personal experience that it's truly a great time for such a great cause. You can pick up a new hunting rifle, optics, the latest gear, even a world-class elk hunt in the outstanding raffles and auctions. You won't find a better gathering place of die-hard elk hunters and just plain good people. It's a place to tell those great stories, show those pictures, and encourage one another to get out and appreciate this country's hunting heritage. Best of all, the proceeds go to help ensure the future of elk, other wildlife, their habitat, and our hunting heritage. If you've never been, find the next banquet coming up closest to where you live by logging on to www.rmef.org.
I got down in the prone position. I felt solid like a rock. I knew this was a far shot, but I've been practicing at the range up to 850, and I knew that we could seal this deal.
Jack went, you hit him hard. Jack went in, hit him again.
He's down. It's been 3 years. 3 years. 3 years of public land hunting. He's down. This is tears of joy. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But I can't explain to anybody who hasn't felt it the emotions that I felt of getting that bull on the ground and everything we've been through for 3 years to get to that point. I don't know if I can explain the emotions that I felt that day. My neighbors, Ed and Carrie, are the perfect example of the kind of people that live here in Montana. We knocked on their door that night and said, Ed, do you have a game cart we could borrow? And he not only said, I sure do, I've got 2 of them, he said, I'll take the day off and help you.
Little climb up to the logging road and then out. We have game carts at the top. And I'll tell you, with 3 people, it sure is nice, but it's gonna take a little while to get out of here, but it's well worth it.